Alright all, welcome to lesson 1.3, common factors and common multiples, found on your textbook on page 12. And the goal is to use prime factorization to identify common factors and common multiples. We'll go through this throughout the rest of this lesson, and I will review tomorrow because I think after going through this we're going to need to talk a little bit more in person. So just take notes for what it is right now, come prepared, stop the video and take down the notes if you don't understand something, and we will review tomorrow. So don't stress, I got it covered, okay? Alright, let's move on. So definition: greatest common factor, GFC, the greatest whole number that divides into two or more other whole numbers with no remainder. In examples, 4. Alright, 4 is the greatest common factor of 8 and 12. So essentially, 4 times 3, okay, equals 12, okay, and 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, so that's pretty much what that means. Okay, but again, we'll go through that a bit more tomorrow. Okay, now the way we're going to identify the prime factors is through the use of a Venn diagram. Okay, copy this example down, and it's actually found in the textbook. So if you're following along in the textbook, you'll see this example. I just chopped it right out of the textbook and put it down. Thank you to the good people at Nelson for making it available online for me. Okay, so now using a Venn diagram to identify the greatest common factor. Okay, so let's take a look here. Now, 36. Okay, we use the factor tree. Okay, we used this previously. Okay, and this is where all these numbers come from. Okay, so you have 2, 2, 3, 3 right here. Okay, notice that is right there. Okay, but we didn't use the exponents in this. Okay, so 48, it is, follow the tree, follow the factors, 2, 2, 2 times 2 times 3, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 equals 48. Now, so we see the numbers here. Now, these are shared. Boom. Alright, these are shared in the middle. Okay, this not shared, 36 right there. Here moves to there. Okay, here moves to there. The 3 and the 3 are shared. Okay, now the greatest common factor, you take the numbers that are shared between the two numbers in the prime factorization. Okay, and I know this is a difficult concept to grasp. We'll go through this and we'll go through some examples, so don't stress. Okay, just know this: the numbers that are in the middle shared portion of the Venn diagram work out to your greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor of 36 and 48, 2 times 2 times 3, 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 squared times 3 equals 12. Okay, 4 times 3 equals 12. Okay, so this is the greatest common factor. We're going to move on to the lowest common multiple. Okay, and again, take it for what it's worth, follow along in the textbook, take some good notes, but we will be going through this in detail tomorrow or next day, and we'll be spending I'll be going into great detail until you guys get it, and we'll work some examples. Okay, so don't worry about it, just take some good notes right now. Okay, least common multiple, least whole number that has two or more given numbers as factors. So 12 is the least common factor, least common multiple of 4 and 6. So 12, okay, you can get, okay, 3 times 4, okay, and you can get 2 times 6. Okay, so there is your least common multiple to get into. 12 works out like that. Okay, that's where you're getting these. Okay, let me explain in a bit more detail using a Venn diagram. Okay, so again, all right, same as before. Okay, same as before. Okay, these two are shared. These two are shared. here, over here, here, there, to there, and these are shared. Into the middle they go. All right. Now, here's the difference. Difference is after you've broken this down to prime factorization, all right, the lowest common multiple is all of these numbers, okay, as opposed to just the numbers that are shared. In the greatest common factor, you'll just have these numbers. In the lowest common multiple, you're using all the numbers. So as you can see, 3, okay, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 3, bring it down to there, 2 and 2, right there. So essentially using all of the numbers, okay? And when you multiply these all together, what do you get? 144, okay? So I hope this clears it up just a bit. I know it's a little bit of a difficult concept, so we'll be taking some time in class tomorrow or next day, whenever we have class, in relation to this video, and we'll go through this in detail, okay? Now let's just put this, consolidate everything here. What are we talking about? So what's the difference? Okay, as I said earlier, greatest common factor, are you using just the numbers that are shared between the two for the greatest common factor, okay? 2 times 2 times 3 here, okay? Lowest common multiple, using all the numbers, okay? All, and these numbers are shared, okay? And that's what I'm talking about there, and that's what I'm talking about right here, okay? So that's in a nutshell what's going on for this lesson. Again, we're going to go into great detail. Just take some notes and go back, pause it, take down the key concepts, and we'll go through it in greater detail. And I'll throw a bunch of more examples at you tomorrow or next day whenever we get together on this. Okay, so we're all good. So see you soon.